Hey Fee! Hey Tracy! What should we do today? Let's watch this hit TV show with girls like you and me. It's it we really like, and best of all, it's free! Square Eyes are watching Geek Girl TV! Square Eyes are watching Geek Girl TV! Amstrad, Spectrum, New Hatfield, Winery, Apple, Mac, Geek Girl TV! Television for the computer savvy.
Hello and welcome back to Geek Girl TV. As usual, I'm your Geek Girl host, Eve Park, and my theme song, which was in fact mistakenly absent from last episode because I was in a hurry, was created by The Days, which you can check out at myspace.com/TheDaysGirls. This is episode number 44. Here's some facts about the number 44. Plus 44 is the name of a rock alternative indie band that sings the song When Your Heart Stops Beating that I hear on the radio all the time. Plus 44 is also the country code for the UK, which is where I assume the band got their name. And according to Wikipedia, the year 44 of the Julian calendar was a leap year that started on a Wednesday. And lastly, the number 44 is part of the Fibonacci sequence. And in order to explain what that means, I ask you to remember the Fibonacci sequence from high school mathematics. This is a list of the first positive integers on the Fibonacci sequence. Each number is the sum of the last two numbers preceding it. For example, 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, 5 plus 8 is 13. Well, the Fibonacci sequence is similar, except that each number is the sum of the last three numbers which precede it. So 0 plus 0 plus 1 equals 1. 0 plus 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4, all the way up to 7 plus 13 plus 24 is 44. In the news, according to CNN Money, Apple may soon offer 30-day movie rentals for $2.99. Now, I don't care about the details, and given the nature of Apple rumors, the details are probably wrong anyway, but I'm really excited because I am a huge proponent of digital distribution and online media. And not just because I'm a podcaster and I want you to watch my show instead of watching the NoobTube. But as a consumer of media, I much prefer digital distribution to in-store DVD sales or traditional television broadcast. So much so that I really think that in the very near future, I'm going to cancel my satellite and TiVo subscription. Now, I really enjoyed TiVo, but really all it did was let broadcast television pretend it was a little bit more like online distribution. So I'm just going to go for it. And the biggest problem with online distribution is that not everything is available at this time, but they're getting more and more each day. And if I take the money that I'm giving to the cable company and spend it a la carte on online distribution channels, I'll help support digital distribution, and hopefully all of my favorite shows will be available soon. And speaking of one of my favorite television shows, which is available free streaming from NBC.com or by subscription at the iTunes Store, Heroes! Season 2 premieres Monday. And in case there is any delay with the online distribution channels, I will be keeping my television at least until then, so I can see it as soon as possible with the rest of the world. And then, bright and early Tuesday morning, here at the office, we will record our Heroes Cast, which is an audio podcast that you can subscribe to and hear our thoughts about the hit television series Heroes. And after that, I'll just have to deal if subsequent episodes are ever late to appear online. Now, I probably am not going to get around to consuming all of the online media that supplements and fleshes out the Heroes universe. However, I did get a chance to check out YamagatoFellowship.org. The fellowship and its website is supposedly founded by Heroes' father. The purpose of the fellowship is to honor and study heroes throughout history, and it begins with webisodes of Takezo Kensei, who once owned the sword that Hiro carries around. Now, in the season finale, we get to see the character Hiro transported into ancient Japan during the time of Takezo Kensei, and a samurai rides up to him on a horse, which perhaps is Takezo Kensei. However, I believe that we are about to see Hiro actually become the man that the legends are about. So whether Hiro gets to meet Takezo Kensei or actually becomes the legend, we'll just have to wait and see. But I definitely think that the ancient Japan storyline is going to become very prominent on Heroes, given the amount of time and energy at YamagatoFellowship.org. And by the looks of it, these webisodes are going to continue near weekly. But another interesting thing about the Yamagato Fellowship is that in addition to the Takezo Kensei webisodes, they also list many other heroes from cultures throughout history from around the world, which makes me think that eventually heroes may go the route of Stargate and use many ancient histories and mythos to inspire their storylines. And now for something completely different. Please invite me to be your friend in Facebook. And now for something completely different. I'm published. See, there it is at the very bottom of the list. My name in print. The book is Gary Rosenzweig's Action Script 3.0 Game University. And now for something completely different. Should I cut my hair? I ask you because I know my viewers are opinionated, and I would sincerely like to hear what ideas you might have. First, let me remind you that I am an artist for a video game company, so I have a lot more freedom than your average person. Heck, I could dye it purple or I could shave my head, and no one would really care. Now, while I don't want to be a freak, I think I would kind of like something edgy and distinctive. And in order to help you provide constructive input, I'm going to outline some of the pros and some of the cons to leaving my hair exactly the way it is. Pro. The truth is, although my hair is in no way edgy, having so much hair is already distinctive, so I don't need to dye it purple to accomplish that. Con. I've pretty much had the same hair since kindergarten, so I think it's time for a change. Pro number 2, I have very long, healthy, unstyled hair. So almost annually, I donate a foot or more to Locks of Love, which makes wigs for children who have lost their hair to chemotherapy. And it's kind of cool that I'm able to do so, because not everyone has a foot of healthy, unstyled hair to spare. Con number 2. I don't really think that my hair does anything for me, aesthetically speaking. And let's face it, really the only purpose of hair is to keep your head warm and to look cool. And in fact, with all the length, it makes my hair really flat, and I think it makes me look like Whistler's mother. And lastly, pro number 3, my braided pigtails have sort of become iconic to Geek Girl's web presence, so maybe I should just keep them. Now, as much as I'd like your input on alternatives to the braided pigtails, there is one steadfast rule, and that is that I will not consider any hairstyles that are not very, very, very low maintenance, preferably wash and wear. So send your suggestions and maybe a photo to geekgirl@clevermedia.com. And I'm still accepting applications to the Litors and geeky facts about the number 45. And as always, questions, comments, and feedback are still appreciated. I'll see you next time. Excel!